Each year, sports teams graduate athletes and have to rebuild for the next season. But if you spend enough time with one another, you create more than a team. You evolve into a family. And when you have a family, you only grow larger and closer to one another. This is a story 10 years in the making.
Before DeMay came in, it was it was the Bad News Bears of cross country.
We were pretty much at the bottom of the whole section. We're at the bottom of the program.
When I first started running, it was like in this park for the team, and we started off with a couple coaches.
A few figureheads that said they were coaches, but they really didn't do any coaching.
And basically practice would consist of them playing Yahtzee on their handheld device, and we would just run out and play, hide and seek or build forts or just, have a really fun time.
Went out there and just ran. Like there was no guidance, there was no influence. It was just like a bunch of guys having fun after school.
Run sometimes and play games a lot of times.
But I mean, when we joined, we were so ignorant on everything.
And then Coach DeMay came and started just getting really sore and just hurting all the time. Sometimes we'd get yelled at and we couldn't build forts anymore. And pretty soon we just forgot about forts. And then we stopped playing games altogether.
The fall of 2001, he coached my senior year of cross country. And from there I got to watch the program grow.
We had a schedule. There was a set of tasks to do. There were goals to accomplish.
Because back then you could tell we were on the program was on the verge of becoming an actual program. It was on our first time really winning races and becoming a contender, and I think that is what really sparked what's going on now. Now we have more of a machine and more of a it starts in 7th grade, works its way up to grade 12. When I was running, nobody was scoring from 7th grade all the way. A few people were, and now it's just a way of life.
We didn't go to parties. We didn't go to other after-school events. We weren't in any clubs. It was just like the cross-country track team. These guys are my best friends. Some of them still are my best friends.
My only friends.
My only friends.
We all sat next to each other at the lunch table, spent study block with each other, hung out with each other, when we went home from school.
When I was going to high school, referred to the cross-country team as a cult. And which is kind of funny, from their perspective. But you can see why entirely, just because we're a really close-knit group that does a lot of things together, because you're spending 2 to 3 hours every day with each other, and your schedules just kind of coincide, and you really become almost like a family to some degrees.
I see other coaches when we were there and other teams, and it just looked like they didn't have fun. They were good. Some of them were really good, but I didn't think that they really enjoyed what they were doing, or the team had the chemistry that it did. And it's more than just the guys on the team that make the chemistry. It's got to come from above.
Very few people get the experience. I mean, you look at these other cross-country teams, I mean, they don't got what we got. We got something special. I mean, we got a family-based program.
The team was very tight-knit. I mean, they're your friends. They're your best friends, and you're almost like a family. Coach Jemay is the dad, and the rest is his little kids running around.
The team is the greatest team you'll ever be a part of. Everyone is just a quality person that's worth meeting.
Track team, everybody was friends. Everybody had a huge, heck of a time, and so I decided that I wanted to make the switch from soccer to cross country because I knew that I would actually go somewhere with it, and I'd have so much more fun.
I made a lot more friends on cross country than I ever did playing soccer for, every other year I was in school sports. So it's really the community that makes the difference.
At the time, I didn't realize how big of a deal it would be to make that switch from soccer to cross country, but I have to admit it was the best decision of my life.
I didn't really think about how much I'd miss it until I was gone, and I came back and watched the guys win sectionals and everything. That made me miss it a lot, and just I don't know. They're like my little brothers kind of. So it's like watching that. I just makes me proud, and I definitely miss it a lot.
It's like I loved my Rush-Henrietta teammates. I still go back and see them whenever I have the chance. I'll call up Becky or Lizzie Griner and say, let's go for a run. Loved having those girls on my team, and Zara Quinn, I'm still best friends with her. I see her a couple times a month, and then obviously having Coach May there made a big difference.
Just everyone, it's a lot of good people on the team, and they're a lot of fun to be around, and the coaches make it fun.
That's what it's all about, having fun and doing what you love to do.
He made the sport fun, and I mean that's a powerful thing. I mean, to make any activity fun is actually a challenge.
It's by far the best team
It is.
we've been a part of.
It's a big family, lots of love.
At night I walk this stinking street past the crazies on my block, and I see the same old faces and I hear that same old talk, and I'm searching for the latest thing I break in this routine. I'm talking some new kicks, ones like you ain't never seen. This is home. This is Main Street. This is home. The only one I know.
And that just was always fun. That was always the best part of the day. That release, that working out, that being with the guys, being with Coach, we all needed that, and that was so much fun.
Every day in practice is a lot of fun. It's not like one single race or single trip stands out. It's like every day you have fun. Every day you work hard, and it's worth it.
It was every effort he was putting into was making the program better.
Each year it gets bigger and bigger, and it just becomes stronger and stronger, and it's really exciting to see it just grow into this big mass of a family.
And depth is another good word. It's not just 1-2 runners. It's the whole team that really works together.
Everyone's a big part of it.
I mean, everyone's a key. Every single person, the last guy on the team, I mean, is just key.
Everybody had the same goals pretty much, to work hard and be committed and accomplish goals.
Each year the goals get a little bit tougher and sights are set a little bit higher, which is fantastic.
A lot of hard work, and it takes dedication, but it's worth it by far because how much fun that we have and the rewards that we get from all our success.
My junior and senior year, the goal was to win sectionals, and it looks like it's been that every year since.
basically created an organization, a cross-country team, in 2004. Then ended up winning sectionals and doing very well in the state federations.
I had faith in the girls, and I thought that it was just, we were going to give it all we had, and hopefully it was good enough.
Winning sectionals was by far the greatest thing. I saw Coach and it was crazy, grabbing him, gave him a hug, and then we found the girls team and it was
just like a massive pile of hugs and
yeah.
tears and screams. It was the best.
It was awesome.
It was the most worthwhile thing ever, by far.
For sectionals when we won last year, that was also really great. Complete state of euphoria. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It was a great feeling.
It was really exciting, and just to find out we just won sectionals, and it was just awesome.
Crossing that line at sectionals and just
All day.
oh man, work all season, and you know, that celebrating and going over to coaches the night after, just more celebrating. That was
A lot of fun.
oh, that's crazy. And,
Never gonna forget that.
Bringing home that black. I mean, that's something. I mean, me and him have been training for 6 years. You know.
I remember we got done with the race and DeMay was crying, and you know, anytime you can bring a coach to tears, that's like incredible.
He's really hardworking in what he does, like figuring stuff out for us, and I feel like that kind of translates into like when we're working out and stuff. It's like you just want to work hard when you're around him.
He works us really hard, but he knows what's best in the end, and he does everything for a reason, even though at the time you may not see it. He knows what he's doing, and he's a really great coach, and I miss him. I wish he was still my coach.
I think it's really cool how there's still so much momentum after all these years. I think Coach DeMay does a really good job of inspiring people.
Coach definitely brings like a lot of humor to the team, and like he always like makes them a lot better. You know, he is serious sometimes, but like other times he makes it like just so enjoyable to be here.
It was awesome because he was like one, you know, he was our coach, but he was one of the boys that, you know, we could really relate to him, and he made practice fun.
I think what's so inspiring about the way he coaches is that he gives people goals to achieve or to look forward to, and he really makes it seem like a family, not just a team.
He was, you know, a father figure and someone who taught you things and was there anytime you needed him.
He's taught us so much about running and about like being a part of a team instead of just an individual.
He is easy to talk to about anything, and I kind of think of him as a father figure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's not just a friend of the team, he was a friend of the parents and the alumni, and he really tries to build that sort of family, which is part of the reason we're doing what we're doing right now. And not a lot of coaches are able to do that, and also sort of keep that professional level that he still does with the team. You know, when he gave an order, you know, when he said jump, we said how high.
Yeah, Coach had this ability to make you want something more than you realized you had.
He did something that just made me run with a lot of heart. I wanted to run for myself. I wanted to run for him.
I would always want to make Coach DeMay proud. If he wasn't there, I don't think I would have kept with it.
He transformed it that, you know, it wasn't just a sport that I wanted to do better in or that I wanted to have fun with people. It was like, you know, I wanted to make him proud.
It's funny how, you know, how much Coach cares. I'm surprised he doesn't like implode or something.
So if you had to describe Coach DeMay in like one word, what do you think it'd be?
One word. Intense.
Intense? Yeah.
In a good way, in a very good way.
Dedicated. Dedicated.
Driven.
I would say probably inspiring.
Caring. He cares about what people do.
Tough love.
Honest.
Yeah.
He never really, if he's not gonna lie to you if you do something wrong or if you had a bad race, he's just gonna come out and tell you what he thought.
I think passionate.
Dedicated. Yeah, definitely. Good word. Dedicated.
I would use the word care.
He's really hardworking.
Charismatic.
Determined guy.
I'd say he's very motivating.
Dedicated.
Yeah. Dedicated.
And caring.
Passionate about cross country.
In one word, I don't think I could describe DeMay in one word.
And I would say dedicated. You just look at how much effort he puts into coaching compared to every other coach that I've had and that I've seen other kids had, and you can tell he cares.
A good coach.
He's definitely like the best coach I've ever had.
Like I said, there's just too many levels. There's DeMay as the friend, there's DeMay off the field, there's DeMay on the field, there's DeMay on competition day, there's DeMay on Sunday long runs. And it was almost like a different character every time you saw him, different personality. And we knew that, and we were able to adapt to that. When it was time to be serious, it was time to be serious, and when it was time to play, it was time to play. So, give me one word, I don't think I can do it.
There's nothing that says he needs to do the stuff that he does. There's no coaching requirement that says he needs to take these trips with kids. There's not anything in his job title that says, make ribbons for kids, make 500-mile clubs.
Like stuff like banquets, like the trips we would take, just the shirts we would get, like all these extra things. Like not a lot of coaches like go out of their way and do that. And Coach Timmy really puts it out there.
He has put his whole life into creating this program, and it's really, really paid off.
I'm very glad that these kids have that opportunity, and that opportunity wouldn't be there if it weren't for DeMay.
Takes up a large portion of his life, and he makes that sacrifice, and he's very dedicated to the team. I admire that a lot.
He doesn't have to do any of the stuff that he does. He does it because he wants to do it, and he wants to see these kids having fun.
Hi, Coach DeMay. Hi. Thank you for coaching us.
I think that running's a lifelong thing, and I'll always remember Rush-Henrietta and Coach Simay. I don't think I could ever forget it.
I just want to say thank you for what you've done for us on the field, as well as in the academic room, to make us better runners and better individuals. Thanks.
Thank you's not really even coming close to doing any kind of justice of what I feel I owe him. And it's not like a debt or something, but it's just an extreme amount of gratitude that I have.
Thank you for allowing us to be able to take those amazing experiences, because I don't know how high school could have been better from being able to do everything we did, and I don't think I'd be where I am today if I didn't actually have you as a coach.
I want to say thanks to Coach for all his hard work for the team, how much effort he puts in after practice and at home, and all the late nights that I know he must spend putting all the entries in and doing everything. So I just wanted to say thanks for everything.
Coach May, you're the best.
Thanks for everything, Coach, and it's been a great season.
Big thank you.
Yeah, we love
Big
you.
thanks to Coach DeMay.
I just want to thank Coach DeMay for everything that he's done. I don't think people realize how much he's really done for Rush-Henrietta's track and field and cross-country programs, and it's great, and I really miss him.
RH cross country. It's kind of a legacy now, isn't it?
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. I mean, that's how you gotta live, and that's how we live. And
Let's go!
Let's get RH on 3! 1, 2, 3! RH! Woo! Yeah!
What could possibly be the best part of running cross country in the DeMay era is this sweatshirt. Much like Sylvester Stallone's trucker hat and over the top, I feel like a different person with this piece of clothing. Once on, I remember my teammates and friends who could never be forgotten, but will always be running by my side wherever I go.